local residents whether or not they need that.
Mhm.
So the time, let's say, delay, I think is the major problem here. And also, in order to make the designing of the city a little more scientific, actually, there are different ways to meet that need. For example, when it comes to, let's say, green areas, when it comes to city parks. Of course, there are the city center parks.
Sure, yeah.
There are also the pocket parks. And apparently, according to the city planner, the idea is that every 300 meters, you should be able to find something green, tree,
yeah.
grass, something.
Okay.
And every 500 meters, you should be able to find a tiny little park. And every 1,000 meters, you should be able to find landscapes of certain type of forest. The forest does not have to be really large, but it has to be there. So
Sure.
that's the idea. And it's the same thing for this 15-minute living center that is within the diameter of 5 minutes. There should be certain necessities, like a convenience store, for example.
Beijing has been doing this.
Yes, and for, let's say, the distance of 10 minutes, maybe you would be able to find a supermarket. And for the distance of 15 minutes, you'd be able to find a kindergarten or a hospital, or, like you said, a library. So the purpose and the significance of designing is to meet people's needs before the needs got too, let's say, huge and hard to meet. Say, on the basis that the city is developing really fast and a lot of different construction, different function zones are already there, maybe occupying the space that you need to actually circle in when you're doing the planning.
Right, you only make a great point. In fact, a great point. But the example of a garden or public green may not be the best to illustrate the necessity to develop a 15-minute life cycle for residents in urban areas, in the sense that these are public goods, and no private businesses will be interested in building a park.
Exactly, but that is the need we talked about. People need public gardens, and private sectors would not enter that area, and yet that's why we are making a plan.
This is a good example in the sense that this is something that the private business wouldn't want to touch for the sake of losing profit. But as we talk about businesses that this private sector will want to get into, for instance, barber shop, like a noodle shop or a grocery store. I mean, in my community, there are 3 grocery stores, and some of them might have the government backing, some of them might not. I mean, it really depends on the location. One is very community, which is a great advantage in this location. Others may be positioned close to a plaza, and as such, this may be some government backing at work here. So what I'm trying to say is, what about private businesses? Like when the government takes measures to encourage or subsidize even certain businesses to exist in a 15-minute circle. I mean, is it really necessary? Is it creating extra supply when there isn't that much demand for that?
Well,